Coming to Busan, I thought it would just be a smaller, quieter Seoul. But in just 48 hours, I got a botched haircut, was attacked by a seagull, and somehow managed to anger a fried chicken shop owner. And despite all that, we absolutely fell in love with this city. Okay, we just put our bags in.
A coin locker, or I guess
Coin locker.
card locker,
It's
technically.
time for first impressions of Busan as soon as we get up this escalator. I don't know what you expect when you think of Busan, but I imagine a laid-back coastal city with strong beach town vibes. So I was pretty surprised to find that in many ways it felt just like Seoul, with a few key differences I'll get into. Oh, do we have any activities planned?
Today, no.
Okay, we're just gonna wander around, see what we see. Korea appeals to Tiffany and me for totally different reasons. For her, it's all about the beauty and the cafes, and for me, it's the gaming and technology. Look, every single place is a coffee shop. It's actually crazy.
Every place in Taiwan was bubble tea shop.
Bubble tea, yeah. We had some time to kill before checking into our Airbnb, and Tiffany was overdue for a haircut. So what better place to do it than here? And hey, while we're at it, I figure why not? I'll get one too. You look amazing. You look so good.
I showed her a picture and she told me I basically had too big of a forehead. She didn't say that because she didn't speak English and I didn't speak Korean, but she basically pointed to my forehead and she was like, no. I was like, I trust you. And she gave me this.
It looks so good.
Love it. We'll see if I still love it when I actually style it myself.
This is my haircut. Looks pretty good. Stepping out, it didn't look too bad, but I have no idea what magic products this guy used because it never looked the same again. After entertaining ourselves for a few hours, it was finally time to head to our place. We quickly dropped off our stuff so we could get back to exploring, but Korean apartments always fascinate me. You wouldn't believe how high-tech they can be, and the designs are so modern. And of course, how can I ignore this view? We headed back out to Seomyeon in search of some food. And this area is buzzing with nightlife and restaurants, but we got a little bit overwhelmed, so we decided to play it safe. The classic strategy, just find any mall and go to the top. There's always food. Tiffany's decided she wants this. Here's my chicken karaage, the pork tonkatsu. Back at our Airbnb, and look at this skyline. I couldn't get enough of this. I must have taken 100 photos. Next morning now, and look at this haircut. It's been months and I still haven't fully recovered. Today, the plan is simple.
Sky Capsules!
We're going to the Sky Capsules.
And Cafe Street?
And we're gonna start by going to Cafe Street to get some coffee.
Although, I don't know if things are really open yet.
Oh yeah, true. It's,
It's only
8:30 in Busan? Alright, stuff's not gonna be open. Well, we'll see what we can find for coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, these places are not open until 11:30. But these trees are very beautiful. It's like still fall here, even though it's almost December. No, it is December. But
yeah.
Hopefully we can find food. This building looks like abandoned, but I'm pretty sure it's a cafe. Not only was this building a cafe, I'm pretty sure it's open right now as we're passing it in this footage, as we're gonna find out a bit later in the video. Alright, here's Jeonpo Cafe Street in Haeundae, and everything's closed. We wandered around a bit more, only to end up at a chain restaurant. It's the only place that was open. No complaints though, it definitely hit the spot. Coffee in hand, it was time to head to Haeundae for the main event of the day. Haeundae is one of those districts that really shows off what makes Busan so unique. So this is a perfect moment to talk about one of the biggest differences I noticed between Busan and Seoul. Even though Seoul has nearly 3 times the population of Busan, Busan still feels just as packed. And I think the reason comes down to these mountains. Because of them, the population ends up compressed in a much smaller district, making each area feel both more distinct and more densely packed. Anyway, it was time for the main event, the Sky Capsules. These little pods glide along the coast, offering some of the best views in Busan. It's peaceful, picturesque, and honestly a must-do if you're ever here. Feels like half my footage from this trip is from this 30-minute Sky Capsule ride. That's how good it was.
Everything. So cute. I loved it.
How was that experience?
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Busan is so beautiful. Walking around Haeundae, this felt like the Busan I had imagined. It's laid back, breezy, it's got those beach town vibes. Busan's so beautiful. Oh wait, look at the water park. There's a water slide up there. You see that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absolute seagull attack.
I want to hold a seagull.
Can't hold the seagull.
You know what? You said that about the pigeons in South Africa, and guess who held a pigeon? So, look at this.
I hate birds, dude. I forgot I hate birds.
Whee!
Wait, they're holding the pigeons. They hate birds too. Oh my god, I hate birds.
Matt just got
I got pooped on.
It's good luck though, so.
It's good luck, but I feel gross.
Look at them.
I got pooped on by birds. We ducked into a convenience store to grab some wipes and, of course, one of the legendary iced coffees. Tiffany had been missing these.
I love this thing.
Let's see it. Let's see the pour.
I like never get the milk, and I know people get the milk, but I'm always kind of good with the milk.
There's actually plenty. There's plenty of milk in there. You don't need more milk.
I know. I feel like I don't need more milk.
Coffee review. Delicious.
Delicious.
After that, we grabbed a quick lunch in the Haeundae area before heading back to Seomyeon for our next planned activity. But first, remember that cafe we passed earlier? It still looked closed from the outside, but turns out it was definitely open. And man, what a vibe it had.
This is a croissant cookie. So it's like a croissant outside, but it's like shio bread though. And then I got the vintage cream latte, which a lot of their stuff is like vintage cookie, vintage tiramisu. So I'm presuming based on the aesthetic where a lot of the stuff is like
Well, vintage is the name of the place.
Oh. So I'm assuming this is like their signature latte. So I'm massacring this croissant cookie. Oh.
Ugh. Good?
You put cookie on top of a bread. No one would say that's bad.
It's like melon bun. For our next activity, Tiffany had a med spa visit lined up for some skincare, and I was ready to indulge in my favorite Korean cultural experience, a trip to a PC bong. By the time we wrapped up everything, day 2 was already winding down. We set out to find dinner, but somehow we ended up surrounded by street food stalls selling desserts. And needless to say, we couldn't resist. We picked up a mix of sweet and savory to bring back to the Airbnb.
How is it?
Good, like fried dough.
I could see the
I didn't get to
steam
the honey yet.
piping out.
I'm burning my mouth. Alright, ready? It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this one's kimchi pork and regular pork.
Yeah.
And then same here, we have the mandu versions of the same things.
And just like that, it was time for our final day in Busan, and we decided to take a day trip out to Gyeongju, the ancient capital of the Silla dynasty. Bulguksa temple was on the way, and since it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, we had to stop. And this area is absolutely stunning, especially with the fall leaves. There's really not much to say. The beauty and serenity of this place speaks for itself. As you walk around, it just keeps going. Definitely a must visit.
This pagoda is on the little penny, or it's actually not their penny, it's 10 won. But look at that. It's so cute.
Oh, most beautiful bath I've ever been to. Just beyond this temple was Gyeongju Village, and it's like taking a step back into another time. Wooden bridges, ancient tomb mounds, and picturesque hanok houses. This is not just a historic village, people still live here. We grabbed lunch at this amazing bibimbap spot, got to do some old-fashioned mochi pounding.
I feel like Thor. I don't think it's getting any flatter.
We walked around the outdoor area featuring this lookout tower.
Don't speak. Don't waste your time on me. I'm waiting to find my head.
And we wanted to see the city at night, which meant we had to find a way to pass the time. And what better way than wandering around this beautiful little village? After that adorable cafe, we couldn't resist stopping by this park, and the fall foliage was at its peak. Here's the main tomb.
I don't think it's a main tomb, actually.
Here's
this is a tomb in the tomb park.
Yeah, it's the tomb park. That's what he's saying. So there's like a bunch of tombs over here.
Uninformed.
I just like the trees and the buildings with the cool rooftops. And they're made out of wood.
You're a simple man.
And now the grand finale of Gyeongju Village, Donggung Palace, and Wolji Pond. We arrived just before sunset, which is the perfect timing to experience it. You get to see it in the day, watch the sunset over it, and you get to see it lit up at night. It's a long ride back to Busan, but we couldn't resist making one last stop to see the wooden bridge lit up. Our final stop in the Seomyeon area, and let's just say there was a little mishap with our fried chicken order. The lady running the shop was not exactly thrilled with us, but hey, the fried chicken was amazing. After a few final crane games, one last donut, it was time to say goodbye to Busan. Now that should be the end of the video, but it's not. When I first planned this trip, I thought just a simple train ride to Seoul, a day of doing nothing, stay there overnight, fly out early the next morning. But there's one last story I have to share. Actually, kind of two last stories, because this day in Seoul was crazy. Now, one thing you should know about Korea is that your phone gets bombarded with these emergency alerts. The first time you get one, you're thinking, oh no, did North Korea launch a nuke? And spoiler alert, the answer is always no. These emergency alerts are always about some trivial stuff like, hey, it's gonna snow tomorrow, or has anyone seen this old guy? And you get like 5 of them a day, so you become completely numb to it. Okay, so why am I saying this? Well, ironically, there's one thing that doesn't trigger an emergency alert.
The President of South Korea has declared martial law.
Yeah, that's right. This is the day Korea infamously declared martial law. And to be honest, we only found out because we woke up to panic texts from friends and family. Except by the time we woke up, it was already over. So, okay, weird start to the day. We hopped on the train from Busan to Seoul, grabbed breakfast as usual, and Seoul was mostly uneventful. Just some last-minute souvenir shopping. We even got interviewed for the news to talk about the martial law declaration. We were walking around the Myeongdong area, which is a popular tourist spot. We got approached by a news crew who asked us our thoughts on the martial law declaration. I forgot to film that. As the day wound down, we headed over to Haeundae, one of our favorite areas in Seoul. While Tiffany popped into an Olive Young, I got approached by 2 women who spoke perfect English. And I've never been approached by anyone like this in any Asian country. It's just not the culture. And people very rarely speak English in Korea. So alarm bells are going off. They chatted with me for a bit, asked me about my camera, complimented a chain I was wearing. They seemed like genuinely nice people. But I told them I was waiting for my wife who was inside, and they kind of scurried off after that. Now, if you don't know what this was, Korea is known for having its fair share of cults. Famously, this goes all the way to the top with their prime minister outed for being in a cult. And they love recruiting foreigners. You'll find all kinds of stories online about people getting lured into weird ceremonies, being asked for money, but luckily I avoided that fate. And yeah, be on the lookout for that, because that's how I almost got recruited into a Korean cult. So yeah, what a weird day. But after that, it was time to head back. Busan was so unexpected and so wonderful. We really can't speak highly enough of our time there. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry it got weird at the end there. We just got back from Australia, so look forward to those videos coming soon. For the first time in many years, we don't have any trips planned. So leave a comment and tell us where we should go next. Until next time, see ya.